The world's most clever problem solver is getting ready to save the world in the 5th season of MacGyver, premiering tomorrow night on CBS 13. John is standing by with the star, Lucas Till, to learn a little bit more.
That is right. Lucas is joining us live via Zoom this morning. First of all, Lucas, congratulations on a 5th season. That is fantastic. The show is doing great.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you saying that.
So I was reading the synopsis they sent out for the season premiere coming out. You're infiltrating high-end hotels. People are changing faces in the show. With the show like this, is it hard to continually be upping the ante and upping the action each week?
Yeah, well, you would have to ask the writers about that, because I always think about that. Like, how are you going to come up with something new without repeating certain ideas?
Yeah.
But for me, I just keep learning my lines and showing up. And our stunt coordinator, in fact, gets excited about upping the ante. So I'd say not as hard as maybe not that hard, because we enjoy it.
Have you ever, because obviously the whole theme of the show is how is he going to get out of this situation? Have you ever been reading the script in the middle of it going, well, how are we going to do this, guys? And then you're surprised when you get to the end, too?
Yeah, I mean, I guess at this point I just go,
yeah,
there's no way. And then somehow we do it on the day, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. A crossbow out of a paperclip.
Now, have you ever actually learned anything from the show that you were then able to implement in real life? One of his tricks?
Yeah, it was like, back in the day, there was a trick with two forks, making like put 2 forks, I can actually do it, 2 forks and a toothpick in it, and 2 toothpicks, and it holds it like this, but the forks are like this. Those little, like, birds that hang on your finger kind of tricks.
Oh.
And it actually does work. I can do that. And every time someone asks me this question, I have them all lined up in my mind, and then I lock up, and I've got nothing.
Well, I'm glad to know that I also ask the same questions as all the other interviewers. No, I'm just kidding. But I do, and I'm sure you have been asked this, but it's not often that I get a chance to talk to the star of MacGyver. I mean, the show obviously has a long history, and the character MacGyver himself is kind of iconic. How has that changed for you over the years, stepping into the first day playing that role, and how have you then been able to make it your own over these years?
When I first stepped in the role, good news is I don't really check the internet, but a lot of people came before me, and they were going, man, you got big shoes to fill. A lot of people are doubting you. And I was like, thanks, that's great. But however, I kind of just put that out of my mind. And to be fair, I wasn't used to television. I wasn't used to the pace. Now I am, but back then I was like, I don't know if I can keep this up. And I welcomed it either way, whether it went away or it didn't. But now, looking back, it hits me sometimes where I'm like really excited because I get to play, like you said, an iconic character. You said kind of iconic. So I don't know how to
No, that's my fault. That is poor speech on my part. MacGyver is definitely iconic. The show is fantastic. Lucas Till. He's
gotten you all stressed out.
Yeah, you asked earlier, are we doing this live? Now I wish we weren't, because I've totally flubbed this whole thing. Lucas Till, the show is MacGyver. It is tomorrow night, 8 o'clock on CBS. Congratulations on season 5, and thanks for stopping by.
Oh, anytime, Sacramento.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
You only kind of messed it up. Just kind of.
I mean, geez, I'm supposed to be a professional, too. Lori.
Yeah, you bet you're failed. Me too.
Thanks, man.